Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is the Creative Hour. Episode 1 of 1 hour to create a song. 50 minutes actually. Can I do it? The pressure is on. Starting from 0 to song. Let's do it. Alright, hi, my name's Jade, and this is the Creative Hour, and you can see there's a timer up the top there of 50 minutes. Why is it 50 minutes? Well, because there's got to be some time at the end where we play through the song once it's over. What are the rules? Well, the rules are this. I put up a post each and every week with 4 different styles of music, and this week they included jazz, avant-garde, funk, and ballad. Funk clearly won at 42%, so that is the song that we're making today. Each and every week, that will be the way we do it. I have, here are the rules for how I can make music. Whatever I have the ability to make with my iPad, be it AI, be it gear, be it apps, be it DAWs, be it whatever, samples, anything I can use as long as it is on this iPad that is right here in front of me. Whatever's on it, or the external hard drives, or any of the tools that come within a DAW, I get to use them, and you don't have any say in it. But I have to have a funk song done at least in the next 50 minutes so we can play through it at the end and hear what it sounds like. All right, are you ready? So I'm going to run this. This is the way it's all going to be good. It could be the first time I'm finished on time and speed. That's funny. Nice one, Pete. I'll say a hello to you all while we're doing this. So first I'm going to run this little thing here. This is, if I can do it, where do I do it? I do it over here and hit plus. I don't know where I do it. I can't remember how to do it. I don't think I can. There we go. Oh, so I'm going to set a goal up here. And we're going to do 5 super chats if you would like to encourage me as I'm going on. So all the colors will work. We're going to do this for exactly 50 minutes or 45 minutes because I've wasted some time. And all my lovin'. So let's set that. There's a goal set. So if you would like to support me while I'm doing this, there's that. It's all set. Are we ready to go? The clock starts. Goodness me. Now, we are going. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to need drums for this. So let's bounce over here. I've got a thing called Funk Drummer. Let's load this up. Funk Drummer has a whole bunch of, I've already got this open here. Let's close this out. So Funk Drummer has a whole lot of really cool drums in it. Let's just hit play and see if we can get some sound going. Maybe there's no sound. I love it. Look at that. It's not even working. What a great start. We'll load up Funk Drummer one more time. Hit play. There's music, but it's not coming through. I fucking love iPad. Don't you? We are rocking. We're in it. So hopefully, drums. There we go. So we've got some drums. I like this one. I'm going to actually, I had this open last week. I think this is a really good chorus. So in Funk Drummer, you've got a whole lot of different beats and stuff you can choose. So I'm just going to go out here and we're going to do a 16 bar export of audio full mix. Let's just do it, let it do its thing. And we'll try and find 8 bars of something for a verse. I'm going to save this there. Okay, let's come over back to Funk Drummer. And I want to find in Funk 2, what's in Funk 2? So I need to maintain the same drum kit, which is a natural drum kit. This is a lot more simple kind of beat. I'm going to take this out of here as well too. Take this up to a 16. Let's export it. It's got a few different, it doesn't have as many cymbals and such. And the snare's not on the offbeat. So it's slightly more straight beat. But we'll find another one for like a middle section. Okay, there's that. Let's come back out of here. We've got disco funk here. Hey, that's cool. That's a nice middle. I think I'm going to stick with that. Let's stop it and we'll go out of here and we'll do another 16 bars and we'll hit export and we're off to go. Thanks everybody for joining us here today. This is, thank you Jenny for the super chat. Hi Thomas Christ and Mark Bro, DJ Big Red, who else? Joe Glenn, Terigami, Denise Lance, hello to you. Mark Bro Diary, John Wiggs, hello. If I've missed you up the top, Wolfstone Studio, Jenny and Ron, hello, 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 welcome. Thank you, Jenny, for the kind super chat. So there's that drum beat. We've got 3 of these here. It's time to put these into a DAW and start rocking. So I'm going to create a brand new project here in Logic. That's what we're working in today. Create a track, an audio track. So we've got an audio track. Let's bring in these drums. I'm just going to swipe that over to the corner. And let's come over here. So we've got our kissed. This was the, so what I'm going to do, you'll notice this, I need to swipe this over a little bit just to have a bit of room. I'm going to use this one for a verse. Throw that in there. Now, the timing of this was 110, so we'll need to come in here and change this to 110. It was 100 actually, 100. Sweet, that looks like it's, is it on the money? Let's check what the tempo was. I'm probably wrong. It was 100, so we're good. 100 is the tempo. I need to come in here and change this to 100 and hit enter, done. So now that all should line up. Yep, lines up beautifully. We're going to bring in the second one, which is the chorus. Let's drag this in. We'll put that about there just for now. And we'll bring in this car wash thing. Throw that in there. And hopefully we've got our drums to kick things off. So let's chop this. Let's bring this over here and we'll chop this by about the same, shall we? So what I'm going to do now is just take, I'm going to multi-select and we're going to grab these 2 from here and drag them out. So here's our second verse and chorus. This is our kind of middle bit here. So let's throw this in here and shorten that. We'll make it so half the length and then we'll come in to possibly another chorus. Let's do that. So we're going to press this button here so we can drag and drop. Thank you, Mark, so much. And that looks like some drums to get this off. So funk is the music. Cheers, Mark, for the kind super chat. Sweet. So we're going to need some bass. Of course, I'm going to use, because time is short, 44 minutes left, we're going to use the bass player that comes here with Logic and create a bass player track. And of course, I'm going to want something funky in here. Now, you'll see what happens when you add a bass player track. Hang on. Let's let's undo that. Turn this off. We're going to move these. And it's given us some chords. So because I didn't pick anything at the start, it's set this to a C major. So we've got some bass, but we're going to need to change this bass, seriously. We need it to be funky. So we've got this disco slap. And our chords up the top are a C, D, A, and A minor, C, D minor, A minor, A minor, C, D, A minor, A minor. So that'll do for the verse. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave that how it is, and we're going to create a chorus that hopefully feeds off that. So now I need to click on these notes up here, and I'm just going to copy these across to there, and the same thing with this one. We're just going to drag this one out to here. Let's have a listen. Let's go back to the start. So we're going to want some vocals to come in here. All right, that's sounding good so far. What I'm going to do is to copy this. These are our chords up here, and I'm going to drag this chord section over here to our chorus. But I want to change this. So while it's selected, you can actually tap on this and come down and change your chord progressions to something like, I want to see if we can change it to go something to like a G, C, G, let's come here, come on, D, we've got an F. F's a good change from A. I'm going to try this one here, D. I don't want to keep it in C, so let's go with that F. Go to C, let's go with F. I think it was this one, or D minor. What's this sound like from here? So I'm going to drag this bass into here as well, and let's see the change. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go into this bass and let's mess about with this. We want to give it a bit more complexity, like so. And I'm going to take these other two. Let's multi-select both of these, and we're going to bring down the complexity a little bit so they're not as cray-cray. So there's a distinction. Thomas, hello Sean Chandler and Dell, g'day, g'day. Thanks Pete and Tom for the kind of super chatteroo. Let's see how this changes. Sweet. So what we'll do there, I could already hear what's happening. That makes sense. Let's go in here and reduce this chorus. And let's move all these into appropriate positions. So that's going to be there. This is going to be our second chorus. So we can halve that. And are we all going good? Yep. Here's our middle section. And our chorus, which we can leave doubled up. So what I'm going to need to do now is I'm going to take, move these chords across. So we're going to need this chord. We're going to need this set of chords here. This one over here. And we'll sort out this bridge in a minute. And this is our closing chorus. Like so. There we go. So let's copy our bass, move all this stuff in and start moving on to the next instrument with however long we've got, 39 minutes. Yay, team. So I'm going to multi-select 1, 2, these, and turn that off, and then drag these out here. We're going to select this one, drag this out here, and then the same thing, we're going to drag this out for 2 of the choruses. And let's hear what's going on. So let's come in here to this second bass track while we're on it and turn the complexity right down. Yeah. So, and I'm going to do the same for this one here. Instead, I'm actually going to copy this over to here. There we go. So the what did I do then? Hang on, let's undo that. Yoink! So we want to take this one here and move that there. So when it goes into the verses, there's a lot more space in there for vocals. Hey Trimmer Bear, Fat Panda Cat, what's going on? 37 minutes, getting scary. Okay, we're going to need to find some chords in here. So what I'm going to do is take this piece of bass here, drag this into this little square, and we're going to find some chords. So let's take a copy of this, drag it in here, and let's change this up to tap, tap, chord progressions, F. So we're going to put an F change in here. Sweet, that's going to do fine. We're not panicking too much over anything here. Okay, so we're going to bring in some piano, and we're going to use the session player as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's delete, thank you. We'll come back here. We'll introduce our piano keyboard player, and I'm going to break the chords up with this one. So I don't want the piano to be doing, as you can see, piano's doing way too much here. So we're going to come in and we're going to change these. So I've pulled down the complexity on this with some broken chords. Nice and simple, right? So now I'm going to take this, pull this in here, and we're going to do the same for the other verses. Keep them simple. We'll come back to piano and stuff like that. So again, what I'm going to do in this middle, so there's our chorus. Here's our middle section. Let's just drag this in here, and just going to bring those chords way back. So we pulled the complexity back to nothing, just simple chords. Minutes on the clock. Okay, so we're kind of good there. All right. Let's have a look at in here some guitar. So what I'm going to do first is we're going to look at some loops first, and then I'm going to grab my guitar. Let's come over here to loops. Boom, like so. Hey, Gary Hubs, what's going on? Good to see you. And we're going to type in here, we're going to search for guitar. Right, so I'm also going to do a search for funk. Let's see what we can find in here. I'm looking for stabs. That one I don't want to use. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I love how this ain't moving. In fact, why is that? Why is that? If we take this, we should be able to apply this to, or do I do it this way? I think I do it this way. Chords. I don't want to do it to the global track. I've got to, can you do it the other way? Can I actually come in here? Let's see. Or I'm just going to have to play my own guitar. That's probably what's going to have to happen. So we are looking in a D minor. Is there one in D minor? Let's find that. See if there's a D minor. I love how that's changing it back to C. Hey. There we go. Cool, so there's our Red Hot Chili Peppers chorus that I was looking for. Nice and simple, nothing too crazy. That can fit under there. And what we're going to do now is copy this to our next chorus. Turn on loop there. We'll turn this back off over here. We'll drag one of these to our chorus. And then we'll drag another one to our second chorus. And our last chorus. Okay. Hey, Chris Lane, Senior, Rochester 92. I think what we need in here is a new track. So we're going to add a brand new MIDI channel in here. And we're going to put in some strings. So let's put in iSymphonic for this. So iSymphonic. And what I'm going to do is copy these. Let's copy our chord progressions. And let's paste those in here. So basically we're going to do this. Select that track and paste in those chords there. So we've got some chords. And I'm going to choose like a very simple orchestra underneath. Maybe some strings. We could go, what we'll do with this is maybe some symphonic strings, number 2. Cool. So we actually wanted to put these here. Let's copy, and paste. There we go. So this is going to come in the verse. 29 minutes. And we're going to copy this over here. Just something subtle. Now, everything has changed, unfortunately. What have I done here? Everything's changed here. So this is meant to be E. Man, what have I done? I've changed the entire project, haven't I? See, that sucks. Let's put this back to a C. So here we go. Let's come back here. Eat, relax. Yeah. All right. That's wicked. So, where we're up to for here, I'm going to try and work on some lyrics now that we're 27 minutes in. So let's shut this down for a second and make it sure it's saved. Now remember, at the rules set at the start, I can use anything I like. So I'm going to load up here because we need to write some lyrics, and there's no way I can write lyrics super fast in 27 minutes and finish off a song. So write me some, you know what I want to do first is analyze, if I can spell it, analyze, I think it's with the, do we do it with a Z here? I think so, in Australia. Analyze, we'll do it with an S. Analyze all of the lyrics by Jade, Starr, Dread, Circus on iTunes and Spotify. For repeating, fuck if I can spell, hey, styles. So we're going to get it to search the web and try and find my lyrics. So what it's doing here, it's going through a bunch of my lyrics and trying to understand them, the conclusion of how I write lyrics and some examples, right? So, and then what we want to do is use the above information about Jade, Starr, Dread, Circus lyrics and write me a song with 2 verses and 3 choruses about losing the ability to write music. So hopefully this will work. So it'll try and take the nuances, the stuff that I write, the way I write words, the way I rhyme, and try and put that into, and look at that. It looks like there's enough lyrics in there as well too. So what I'm going to do from here, it's called The Silence Broke Me First. What a shit title. So we're just going to take these, see how we go with them. Let's just copy them. And we're going to put these into a notepad. Let me just make sure I don't have a notepad up with codes. Lucky I did that. Trust me on that. Shit. Creative hour. How long we got? 24 minutes. Holy shit. All right, let's move that and load up. All right, we're back. So here's our track. Now what we want to do is swipe up and grab our notes and throw that over here. So here's our song, and I'm going to need a microphone. As I said, none of this is like super set up. I have to set it up on the fly. There's no cheating allowed. We've got a new microphone here. We've got plenty of time, yeah. And I mean, what constitutes a song too? You know, that's the thing. That's so we're going to add a audio track down here, and I'm going to consult my presets. You should be doing this, yeah? If you write a song and you've got some good presets in there, you created a good sounding vocal, then you really should save the preset chain. So if I come over here to my instrument patches, or is it audio patches? I think it's this one, lead vocals, or it might be bright vocal 2. So that has already added in my effects chain, which I have previously done. And here it is here. Just swipe that over there. So we've got a couple of compressors. We've got black hole in here. It's a pretty simple chain. Let's make sure that everything's connected to record some vocals. Thank you, Mr. Smith. That's very kind of you. We need to go input 2. Yeah, Input 2. Hey. Yo. There's some delay there. Yo. Awesome. Hello. Give me a sec. Let's pump the volume up of this. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yo. Okay. Got my mic. Oh, this mic's turned off. We've got some lyrics here. I used to play the melodies, now all I hear is static snow. Chords don't abandon me, and now my voice is when I let it go. So it depends on how fast I can sing this. Of course I'm going to sing Chili Peppers like, because it has to be done. Okay, so we're going to come in there. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and took my voice when they let go. The chords I knew abandoned me and so here, the chords I knew abandoned me. With nowhere to go. That sounds better. Let's try doing a verse and see how we go with it. All right. 20 minutes, shit. I used to play in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. Chords I knew abandoned me, and I have left nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows that I've got nothing left to say. Sounds better. Alrighty. Thank you, FPC. All right, we're going to bring this back here and try and smash this out without peaking too much. I can see it's already peaking. Let's bring this back a bit. Turn that up, bring this back. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Oh my God. All right, let's try match it. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page and let's try that. Did all right. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. that'll do for this. Let's bring that volume down so it's kind of hidden under there. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. Chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Okay, let's do these, at least get a chorus down. We're going to duplicate, we'll duplicate this one as well. Move that one up. Oh, let's try a chorus. Let's hit a record and... Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left 16 to say. Minutes. Nothing left to say. Knows I've got nothing left to say. Knows I've got nothing left to say. I used to bleed in melodies. Say silence broke me first before the fear could even start. Right, that's kind of an idea there. That's kind of something I'll just sing in there. Silence, it broke me first. Now it's starting to sound Chili Peppers. Let's do this from here. Record. Maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Silence, it broke me first before the fear could even start. Thousands of songs still trapped inside my paper heart. All right, that'll do. That's your chorus. And it's afraid of what I say, or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs. Let's try that again. In fact, let's bring it back there. Sorry, you can't hear me because the mic's over here. Earth and one. Let's change that to a 1. Okay, let's do it. Let's try doing this. 1,000. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, did I go over my... Oh, no, I didn't do it. That's cool. That's cool. Let's come down. 13 minutes. It's getting scary. Okay. It's afraid of what I say, or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Silence broke me. See, I gotta remember what's going on there. Let's hear it. Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still trapped Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Silence broke me 11 minutes before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I want to know why my guitar stuff isn't following. I'm going to try copying this. Can I do it? Does it work? Copy, and then it doesn't let you do it, does it? That's really shit. If we come in here, chords. I don't want to do that. So here's where we're at with 10 minutes left. I'm going to copy these out. And let's get these as tight as we can here. All right, and let's just copy these to our chorus, and we'll work on this. Oh, man, why would you do that? I don't know. Okay, and we'll do another copy of these over to here. Yeah, I don't think it is because I tried it. It should be picking it up. So it should actually be picking up those chords, but it's not. So I'm going to create another track here. Let's just do that. And we can probably get in another verse and then we'll be good. So we're going to create another audio track underneath. We'll mute this and come back over here to our loops. And see, normally they will pick up the chords. See, if I grab this one. But they're not doing it. Oh, dude, be quiet. Yeah, we get it. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew were... I like that. That actually works. So let's do another one of those. Let's see. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows I've got nothing left to say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. You abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of what I say. Or maybe it just knows. We're in D, huh? Is that the one I had? That's the one I had, I think. Yeah. I'm really surprised that these chords aren't doing what they normally should do. And I'm running out of time. I've got 7 minutes. Wow. Knows I've got nothing left to say. Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. This is tragic here. So, you know what? I'm just going to go with it. I've got 6 minutes to pull it off. This is our first episode of doing this, folks. So I think over the time we'll get better. You're getting stressed out. You should fucking live in my shoes for a minute here. I'm going to remove this. And we'll do a copy of that over there. And let's kill. It'll do. So I need to do another verse, don't I? Which is here. Let's pull up another verse. I used to bleed in melodies, now all I hear is static snow. The chords I knew abandoned me and left me with nowhere to go. Each page I touch stays bitter white, like it's afraid of. Okay, let's try and put some vocals in here. This is the worst song I think I've written ever. Where are we? Verse 2. I whispered to my old guitar. Yo. Inside this paper. Oh, yeah. I whispered to my old guitar, but she don't hum along no more. Strings of ghosts that haunt the dark of every song I wrote before. In shadows where the lyrics grew, no weeds of doubt climb every line. I keep choosing sparks in the storm that won't align. Sweet. So because we're getting close to like 4 minutes, we're under pressure now. Because we're getting close to 4 minutes, I'm just going to cheat my ass off right now and bring this over here. Let's delete that one. And let's just do a copy. Don't do this, folks. This is just because I'm running out of time. Just do a copy under here and paste a playhead. Turn these off. And we're just going to do this. Don't do this. Only trained professionals should do this. I'm going to zoom in and move that back a little bit. There we go. I whisper to my old guitar, but she don't hum along no more. Strings of ghosts that haunt the dark of every song I wrote before. In shadows where the lyrics grew, no weeds of doubt climb every line. I keep choosing sparks in the storm that won't align. Silence broke me first before the fear. I whispered to my old guitar, but she don't hum along no more. Strings of ghosts that haunt the dark of every song I wrote before. In shadows where the lyrics grew, no weeds of doubt climb every line. I keep choosing sparks in the storm that won't align. Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Oh, yeah. All right, we got 3 minutes. Can I do it? Let's grab a guitar. And then we're going to wrap it up. Good gosh. Trust me, I didn't think this was going to be easy. I have not taken this lightly. And, yeah, absolutely knew this was going to be pretty hard. Got a guitar pick. Let's add a new track in here. We're going to go with an audio track. And we're going to add in some guitar. We're going to add in like a... we'll add in a rhino. And we'll add in like a... let's just add in a black hole here. We'll turn this black hole way down. I'm just going to add some chords in here. Nothing exciting. Want to make sure it's in tune. And we're going into mini fuse 1. Cool. See, didn't even tune up. 1 minute 42. Sweet. Now what are the chords up here? So we've got in this middle section. Okay, that's what we're going to record in. In fact, I think I'm just going to do chords there. Just do open chords. 44 seconds. 44 seconds. Oh, man. That was meant to be a slide. Let's give it a bit of gas. Let's do it. 29. All right, 2, 1. Instruments down, folks. Instruments down. We are done. 50 minutes on the clock, and whatever's finished is finished. That's the song. So, here we go. This is our song. Now, what have we got? 11:54, so I get a few minutes just to give it a mix. See if we can mix it up. Holy shit. It's a lot harder than what you would think, folks. Trust me on that. Let's come over here and start. We'll do a complete faders down. Oh, man. Why make it hard, dude? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so faders down mix. Let's start with drums. Quick mix. Vocals. Let's roll me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still. Okay, guitar. That will do. Let's save it. Folks, that is our first episode of the Creative Hour. And hopefully, as we go on over the next few weeks doing this, we get better and better. And I can pull off something better each time. It's a song, I guess. Is it a song? Who knows? Let's have a play and get out of here. I want to thank you all for those of you who met the 5 out of 5 super chats. Thank you so much for doing that. That is awesome. Let me find out who those people were. How do I do that? Top chat. I can go over here. Fan funding. Thank you, everybody. Who did we have? Jenny Jolivet, Mark Bro, Pete Johns, Mr. Smith, and Fat Panda Cat. Thank you for doing that. You guys rock. Let's come back to live chat. All good. Let's play it. Let's get out of here. And I'm not sure has G-May ended. Pete Johns is up next. I know that, but I'm not sure what's going on with G-May. It's only a 2-minute song. Let's do it. This is I've got a brain block writing music. That's what we'll call it. Let's go. Silence broke me first before the fear could even start. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Oh, yeah, 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 haunt the dark of every song I wrote before. In shadows where the lyrics grew, no weeds of doubt climb every line. I keep choosing sparks in the storm that won't align. See you over at Pete Johns. Do things that make you happy, mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Let's Oge. 1,000 songs still trapped inside this paper. Thank you, Sicilian Hottie.